Hey everyone, Frank Menard here from the Menard Team Coaching and Training. We are powered by the Napoleon Hill Institute, and today we're going to wrap up our series on the Mastermind. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a video on what the Mastermind principle is. Last week, I talked a bit about the characteristics that you should be looking for in the individuals that you recruit into your Mastermind. And this week, I'm going to answer a question from one of my subscribers who actually saw that second video. And they wanted to know, what's the difference between networking and mastermind and the mastermind group? So what's the difference between the networking and mastermind group? So great question. So first and foremost, what's the purpose of a networking group? So purpose for networking is to meet new people and to start to build relationships for mutual benefit. My best example, I had many years in business networking international. We would come together once a week. We'd share referrals. We'd see who needs referrals. We'd kind of support each other in that end. But over time, those relationships you hope are going to get deeper, but they don't always, right? However, a mastermind group, on the other hand, we're really looking for collaboration. We want to help each other out. We want to work towards a common goal. So when you're talking about the difference between a networking group and a mastermind group, it's the level of collaboration with the mastermind group that takes it to a different level. Right? So as far as the purpose is concerned, they're both there to build relationships, just at different levels. How about the structure? Well, networking typically is relatively informal. It involves going to events where you're going to meet individuals from all over the place. You might even meet several of your colleagues there. It's really loose. There's no restrictions as to who can come and what you can do there. So it's very, very, very informal, with the exception of perhaps Business Networking International. They have weekly meetings. They are structured. They are formal. They have certain rules and regulations on who can join and what you can do. But on the whole, most networking is very, very loosey-goosey, so to speak. However, a mastermind group is a little bit more structured. Actually, very much more structured. You meet on specific dates and times. You have specific goals. You have regular meetings to keep everybody on track, to keep all the people coming together and talking from the same page. So it's a little bit more structured from that regard. We're here to talk about X, not X, Y, Z, and everything else, okay? So also the level of depth that you go into in networking. Networking is typically very surface level. You're making a relationship, not really going too deep in that relationship. On some occasions you might, but that's not typically the process. However, when you're talking about a mastermind group, you really want to dive deep into another person's experience, knowledge, specialized skills, because you want the whole team, the whole group wants to work toward a common goal, and building deep relationships and really leaning into each other is their purpose, is to make sure we achieve the goal that we, as a group, decided we were going to do. We talked a little bit about commitment. They both have levels of commitment. For example, networking groups typically meet on a certain day, certain time, so you're committed to show up to the meeting. Some groups even have rules about if you miss too many meetings, you're out. All right. Mastermind groups, very, very, very committed. Again, you're bonding together as a family to work towards a common goal. And you're supporting your expertise in a certain area is required. It's something that we need to succeed. So if you don't show up, then we can't move forward. So it's very important. The commitment level is a little bit higher when it comes to the mastermind group. How about outcomes? What are we looking to gain out of this thing? Okay, networking, we're typically looking for immediate opportunities. Give me your referral, somebody I can serve today. All right, it's almost like every once a week, we're going to see who might have found somebody that I can serve. Give me their name, give me their number, I'll give them a call. Mastermind group, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a long-term growth process. We're understanding that we've set a goal here, and maybe our achievement of that goal is going to be 5-6 months down the road. But we're going to stick to it. We're committed as a group, as a mastermind group, to work this all the way to the end game where we succeed at achieving the goal. All right, so a little bit different process there. How about accountability? What kind of accountability is there in a networking group? Pretty much none. It's a lack of accountability. In fact, a lot of people will pass referrals that really weren't all that hot in the first place. It's just a matter of giving the referral, because that's what you're supposed to do. So here's a guy I ran into, might need your services, versus a mastermind group where we're coming together and we're bringing value to the table and we're depending on each other to be able to achieve the goal with the value that you brought to the table. So the commitment level is obviously higher. The outcome is obviously, we're looking for a bigger outcome as well. Okay. How about diversity? Diversity, networking, very diverse backgrounds and professions. Mastermind groups typically have similar goals or industries for targeted support. So your mastermind group is going to be, I think when I was in Business Networking International, they did actually drop into what they called power groups. And so you may have a room full of 50 people from all different industries, but they brought the power group into play, which is very similar to a mastermind. These are people who serve the same clients, but they don't compete against each other. So in other words, their focus was different. The mastermind group takes that just a little bit deeper, where we serve the same people, we have the same goal, we just have different experiences, different skill sets that we bring to the table to help guarantee and assure our success. All right, does that make sense? And then last but not least, what is the value proposition? What are we getting out of networking? Well, transactional value. What I mean by that is typically it's here's a lead, there's a deal, done the deal, close, move on to the next one. It's very transactional, not very relational, okay? And then when we talk about the mastermind group, it's much more relational. Matter of fact, many mastermind groups will bring different people in and out of the groups for different projects because they have such a strong working relationship and they respect and can support each other. And that's part of what makes it that more powerful. Right? So, hey, that's quite a bit of stuff, quite a bit of difference between networking groups, mastermind groups. What do I say? I think you should do both. Networking groups, go out and meet new people, find people with different skill sets that can be of value to you. When you find and identify a definite major purpose in life that you want to achieve, a definite goal, maybe a project you want to get done in the next 6 months, and you lack some of the skills, networking group may not be the greatest place to find them. You may want to start focusing on those relationships that you've been building and finding out who has the skills that I need for this project. So, as my wife would say, kind of the same thing, only different, right? They have a lot of things in common, but there are definitely things that we look for in the mastermind group that brings it to a different level. I hope that helps clarify things. I think for sure, it's February of 2025, and here's what I want to tell you. It's February of 2025. The first month is already gone. We've only got 11 left to go, right? Are you on track to achieve your goals? If not, is it because you're trying to go it alone? Well, don't go it alone. That's silly. There's people out there who are willing and able to help you achieve every single goal that you want to achieve. You can't just rely on yourself. We all have limitations. Mastermind groups are a way to leverage someone else's skills and qualities to be able to help us achieve whatever we can conceive. All right. So as Napoleon Hill says, whatever you conceive and believe, you can achieve with the help of everybody else. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with a friend. If you know somebody who could use it, please give me a like. It'll really help me out. And at the very end, don't forget to subscribe to make sure you get my weekly videos where I bring information that's going to help you find ways to live your best life. And by the way, I'd like to share with you that I also offer a mentorship program through the Napoleon Hill Institute. We have a wonderful 8-month program that could really help you dive deep, deep, deep into the principles as written in the book over my shoulder, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So if you want to dig deeper and live an even better life, give me a shout. There'll be a link down below to bring you right to my landing page. You'll be able to schedule an appointment for a call with me. We'll do a Zoom call, see how we might be able to help you out. Don't miss the opportunity to find somebody else that can help you get you to where you're going. I'm here to help. Talk to you later, guys. Hope you have a great day.